Good day, fellow pipe smokers. Well, in today's video, I thought I would try my hand at another totally subjective pipe tobacco review. Today I am smoking Charles Fairmorn's Lancer Slices, and I'm smoking them in my Sassiani kind of Zulu shape. I guess that's why I call it a Zulu shape. My Sassiani pipe here. I purchased this Lancer Slices in bulk, a 2-ounce bulk, from smokingpipes.com. I'm not sure if this comes in tin or not. I got it in bulk. And accompanying my Lancer Slices, I'm having some George Dickel Tennessee whiskey with it. Oh, that's good stuff. I love my George Dickel. Let me read the tin description for the Lancer Slices. This comes from tobaccoreviews.com. This almost black flake tobacco combines the best grades of naturally sweet Virginia and smoky Latakia, matured together under pressure. A wonderfully smooth and mild yet full-bodied mixture, very reminiscent of the old Bengal Slices. Now, I've never had Bengal Slices. So I don't know if that's true or not. Now, in that description, it said that it was a flake, almost black flake tobacco. Well, they got the almost flake right. They got the almost black right, but not the flake. I'll show you what it looks like or how it came to me. Can you see that? It's more like, it came to me more like a broken flake or a ready rub. It's really coarse, big shredded chunks of it. I can see hints of flake. But this was already, like I said, either ready rubbed or crumbled up or broken up already. The moisture was, it wasn't wet, but it was moist. And as you can see, it is almost all black. With the light stuff there are the Virginias. So it's nothing but Latakia and Virginia. And as you can tell with a lot of that black, there's a lot of Latakia in here. The aroma, yep, getting a lot of that campfire smokiness from Latakia. Don't really smell much of the Virginias. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of Virginia, but mostly it's the Latakia. I dried this out a little bit before I packed it or loaded up my pipe. I like my my tobacco to be on the dry side of moist. I usually get better smokes that way. Like I said, I bought 2 ounces of this, and I've smoked about 1 ounce of it so far, so I'm starting to get a good idea of, or get some good first impressions of Lancer Slices. And when you first light it up, I really don't notice all that Latakia. It's pretty evenly balanced with the Virginias. And the Virginias are a little on the sweet side, Virginia, so that's nice. You get a little of the sweetness of the Virginias to go along with that smokiness of the Latakia. But after those first initial few puffs, the Latakia really begins to take over here. As you can tell from that dark color, there's a lot of Latakia in this blend. I wouldn't go so far as to call it a Lat bomb, but it is Latakia heavy. So if you're the type of person who just doesn't care for Latakia, or you're new to pipe tobacco blends that have Latakia in it, Lancer Slices is probably one you don't want to try yet. If you are a Latakia aficionado, You'll probably like Lancer slices. Lots of Latakia, nice and cool. Good smokiness to it, but not overwhelming. The Latakia is predominant. You don't get, once you get after those few initial puffs, you kind of lose that Virginia sweetness, and it's mostly Latakia. It's got a little burst of Virginia sweetness there. On the strength-wise, nicotine strength-wise, I'm pretty susceptible to nicotine. So for me, this stuff was on the medium to strong end of nicotine. So I tend to smoke this and want to get it pretty well dried out. That kind of seems to help with me handling nicotine, and also kind of smoke it in smaller bowl pipes or in smaller doses, as that seems to keep that nicotine kick from hitting me, unless I it'll keep it in control until I get all the way down to the very bottom of the bowl, and that's when once I start feeling it in this blend, I know I've smoked this entire bowl and I can stop now. It doesn't hit me from beginning all the way through. And the reason I wanted to review this is because I don't remember seeing or hearing many of the my fellow YouTube pipe presenters talk about this particular blend. And it was one I wanted to try. It seemed to have gotten quite a few favorable reviews that I'd read elsewhere on the internet. So I thought I'd put a little video out for you guys about my initial impressions of Lancer slices. So if you like your Latakia blends, it was a good healthy measure of Latakia. It's pretty full Latakia flavor. And don't mind possible nic hits from smoking a blend that has a little stronger than nicotine, then you might like this Lancer slices. I would give it a try. I don't know if I would be repurchasing this or purchasing more of this anytime soon. It's good, but for me, it's kind of an occasional blend for me. It's not something I would want to smoke on a fairly regular basis, once in a while. So this, this what I've got here may last me probably quite a while. It's good, but like I said, there are other blends I like out there that I would want to smoke on a more regular basis. Once you get it lit, it stays lit pretty well, and it burns down to a nice little, grayish white ash. I do have some trouble at the very end with some small bits and pieces that aren't burned. I start feeling that nicotine hit on me, and I stop, and when I clean my chamber out, I find out I've still got a few small bits and pieces of unburnt tobacco in there. So that may be just because it's we need to dry it a little more, or modify my packing of this a little more to get all of that entire bowl full before the nicotine kicks in. Or that may always be the case with me. I may just have to, when I feel the nicotine, I just hit stop, and if I don't get it all smoked, oh well. So there you go. There's my completely subjective review and initial impressions of Charles Fairmorn's Lancer slices. There you go, guys. We'll see you again soon. Take care.